Okay, sounds like we're working. Sorry for the audio there. I'm just trying to shuffle some things around while I've got a chance. Okay, here I am. How's everybody doing today? I don't know exactly what I'm doing today. I have a rough idea. We're just gonna chat for the most part. I've been trying to figure out what to do as a streamer. And as a VTuber, it's not always easy to figure these things out. It's not always easy to figure out what you're doing. That is honestly one of the hardest things to decide. I do not know why I look pixelated on this computer. Actually, look kind of normal. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks with both with streaming and with streams I've got planned in the next couple of weeks. If what I'm planning will actually work. Honestly, I don't know. As much as the industry is changing among VTubers and whatnot, I'm not sure what I'm doing or if what I'm doing is correct. And I guess that's okay. As somebody that's kind of new to the community, and I say I'm new, I've been at this not quite a year. I've been VTubing in various sorts for let's see, how much do I have left of Yesterday we managed to finish out, I think, most of the Masters division for Forza. Yeah, we've got 3 divisions left, so that's how far in we are right now. We're into the Elite division for that, so we'll finish Forza in a few weeks. Probably in about 2 or 3 weeks based on my streaming habits. I'm honestly not sure what I'm doing overall as a VTuber. Um, I'd love to get to where I can start collabing with people, start working with some people in the industry. I guess for me, I'm not sure what I'm doing as a VTuber, and I think you are. I think we're all kind of, if we're honest with ourselves, not sure what we're doing. I think it's very hard to figure out what we're doing as VTubers and streamers. I think a lot of us have a hard time figuring out what we're doing. And I think, like I said, I think if we're all honest with ourselves, very few of us know what we're doing. There are some specific few that know what we're doing because we've been doing it for long enough that we know exactly how we're doing things. But I don't know if we're all that way or if it's just me and a handful of others that see it this way. Not imposter syndrome level that we don't know what we're doing, but just kind of a hey, honestly, I think if we're all honest with ourselves, we're all kind of scared. Or at least I'd hope so. I've been kind of going back through the last couple of weeks trying to figure out what I'm going to stream, what I'm going to put together. I think it's hard, especially when you have so many people that are. They seem to have everything together. And then you have those of us that honestly aren't sure. but aren't willing to let others realize that, hey, we don't have it together. I don't know if I can speak to everyone, but I'd say I probably speak for a small majority or a small minority of VTubers. That if we're fully honest with ourselves, we're not sure what we're doing. Honestly, Hollow Knight has been fun. Despite the mess that I have ended up in, Hollow Knight has been fun. Um, Honestly, I'm kind of ready to be finished because there's so much left. We're not even halfway through the game. The biggest thing is, how many hits does it take to beat Hornet? 45 hits with the starting nail. And I still have not figured out how you're supposed to hit 45 hits with Hornet. She has 225 HP, which is roughly 45 hits with the default damage. I want to see if we can get finished with Hornet. But I know there's a lot more to it than that. I don't know what I'm doing for this. I know we'll be almost finished with the career mode for Forza. If you can believe it, we're mode Forza Motorsport 4. Total races. 2,100 races. But I don't think it's that big of an issue, at least not in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, and I could be completely off, but we'll get there when we get there on this. Hello to my 4 viewers. I'm not exactly sure how many real viewers I have versus how many ghost viewers I have on Twitch. I'm happy for anyone that's willing to stay and talk and whatnot. I'm always open to chat. But I'm never sure what to chat about. I know next week I'm probably looking at trying to see what I can do for the end of Hollow Knight. Let's see. What do I have? What do we have for that shop? Hollow Knight. Dartmouth shops. We're going to look and see what's in Dirtmouth as far as the shops. Yeah, honestly, once we can figure out what's in what area. Shops. Hollow Knight. Shops. Dirtmouth. All merchants. Charm Lover Salubra. Forgotten Crossroads. We've got Cornifer. We've got a Zelda. City of Tears. Got vendor pins, Stag's cocoon pins, hot spring pins. Okay. Fungal waste. Coliseum of Fools. Charlotte the Warriors. Fog Canyon is City of Tears. The Nailsmith, City of Tears. Okay, 250 Geo. I'm trying to figure out some of the other things that we need. Oh. Where's Fog Canyon? Fog Canyon. I'm looking up, literally. Hello, how are you? Okay. Why are you trying to sell stuff? Fog Canyon, Hollow Knight. Where is it? Yeah, I'm curious to know where Fog Canyon is. Where is it in the grand scheme of things? It's down below Forgotten Crossroads. Oh! That's that weird area. Do you know this is not the best way to go about um, looking through people? I mean, let's be honest. You don't fully realize it's a bad idea to do that. I'm hoping I can get through City of Tears. I think I know what I'm going to do next time. I'm probably going to try and figure out what I'm going to do for Hollow Knight. I think ultimately the next couple of months we're going to try and play things like Bioshock. We're going to continue with Pokemon, which we had already been streaming. May try and throw. I'm trying to remember what we were on. I may try and throw in something like. What do I have over in my weird box of things? Hello. So a game like By Sweet Carol might not be bad, but I'm not sure how well that would work. One of the big things is I want to see how a game like Bioshock works overall. I don't necessarily know how well things work and if they work. I think it's going to be interesting to see how things function over the next few weeks. If there's anything that can be done, that is done. So I don't know what's the best idea. I forget that you face Hornet twice. And then you face the Radiance at the end. Okay. Let's see if somebody in Reddit has explained how some of this actually works. Because I found a little Reddit link. We'll see if it opens. Ah, yes. Okay. So, Vengeful Spirit does 20 damage. I think that's kind of interesting because they're going through the staggers don't necessarily relate to a certain HP. I'm trying to discern if I want to do some React content over the next few weeks, but I don't. I don't know. Um, the False Knight and the other endgame boss are an exception to this rule. Okay, the rule for Hollow Knight, specifically for Hornet, is staggers don't trigger at a certain HP, they trigger after you land a specific number of hits, not damage. That number is less if you don't break the combo. A second or so between hits, depending on the boss. Spells also count as hits. If you use your nail and only keep staggering her whenever possible, you could stagger her a total of 6 times. False Knight and one other in-game boss are exceptions to this rule. For Hornet, the stagger values are as follows: 11 hits, 6 if you combo with less than 2 seconds between hits. Also, hitting a boss while they're staggering doesn't deal more damage. Use that time to heal if you're struggling. This isn't a speedrun. Okay, that actually is kind of helpful. As somebody who is smaller and not sure how to pull this game off. I was looking at all the... Started with me looking at all the shopkeepers. Hmm. Oh, okay. The biggest thing with Green Path is that it's not as easy or as simple as it seems. I wish it were a little easier, but I doubt it will be. Um, I feel like I now have nobody watching, but anyway. Last night was a bit long. Last night was an hour and a half, so we're not going to try that again. But that kind of finished the Masters division. So we've got 3 divisions left. We start the Elite Division tomorrow, I think. Or next week, I think. I've never fully figured out yeah, we're to the Masters division. We just entered the Masters division. So we've got 4 more divisions left. Just got to see how many races we had. Oh. We are in the Elite Division, so we do have 2 divisions left. So Elite Division. I don't think there's a lot. There's 19 in the Elite Division, so to be honest, I may end up pushing to go ahead and finish what's left of because I swear that says I'm trying to figure out how much we have left because I don't know. I think this looks okay, but World Tour, Masters Division completed. So we're in the Elite Division. So officially we only have 2.5 years, 2 to 3 years. So what I'll actually try and do is we're going to go ahead and try this week finish what is left of Forza, because I'm going to have to do some level grinding with Hollow Knight, and I'd prefer to do some of that off screen if possible. So I think that's what we're going to try and do for this week is we're going to try and finish um, as much of finish as much of Forza as possible this week. I will go to putting up my schedule on Sundays as opposed to Saturday, like I have been. The reason why I chose Saturday was my last stream was Friday. So that's why my last stream or my schedule went out on Saturday. Now my last stream is during the week is Saturday, and then I take Sunday off. So I think that's going to be how we're going to make this function for now. I want to try and get some things, like I said, I want to get some things accomplished, get some things finished. We're going to try and finish what's left of Forza. We're not going to worry about Hollow Knight this week. That will most likely be how we do things for this week, is we'll end up finishing Forza this week, deal with Hollow Knight next week, since we're so close. Since we're into the Elite Division, and we're talking about 3 seasons left, I should be able to beat that and finish whatever we have left. Let me see. What do I have? Let's see. There is a part of me that worries with the VTuber community. I'm honestly not sure what I'm looking at for this week. So I think this week we'll be trying to finish a couple of things. We're going to be trying to finish what we can of we're going to try and figure out how to actually beat Hornet, because that one clearing out the shop up in Forgotten Crossroads. A lot of markers and things that you can find, but I've got to figure out some of the... I guess I'm not making any sense of what I'm doing. I did see that Bonnie Barkswell was celebrating her 3D debut with her second anniversary. Sometimes things get very weird. I'm honestly not sure what I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping I can actually pull something off. I don't have a Discord. Seriously. Hello, first time chatter. I don't have a Discord. I haven't set one up yet. Among the many things that I still need to set up. That was actually part of my what was it called? That was part of what I planned on putting together with my subathon. Was I was going to try and set up a Discord, but honestly, I don't know if I could set one up and have any idea as to what to call it at this point. Actually, I know what I'm going to call my Discord, but I don't have any way to set one up yet. Let me rephrase that. I don't have the time to police a Discord right now. I don't have a whole lot, honestly. At least not like what most normal VTubers have. honestly, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, what to do. I'm still trying to figure out some things to fix items. Somewhere I still have the photo. I'm pretty sure I had it. Okay. Oh, that's right. I changed what I was using in the middle of all this. So I got a computer in between when I did this. Okay. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do in regards to trying to build a community as of right now. Not that I'm trying to be mean with this, just it's a reality check. Looks like our ad break is almost over. I've streamed for almost an hour, so it's not bad. I'm probably going to hop off in a few minutes. Probably get dinner, because I have not eaten yet. So, I will see you all on Monday. Have a great day. Gotta figure out who to raid to. Oh, you look new. You look interesting. Okay, you seem interesting. Let's see. You're a definite possibility. Let's see if there's anybody that I'm following that's... I don't know. I may try and raid Chibi, but I don't know if I can. If I can't, we'll find somebody else. Oh god. What weird things do we have with Chibi? Am I too small? Yep, I'm too small. I think we'll end up raiding Ninial. Radial. It looks interesting, so let's try. I can. I feel so bad because I think I'm the only one here. Yeah. In stream.